Good morning, students. Today I am here to start a new chapter in English grammar, the sentence. Actually, this chapter is in English grammar of class 8, but this video will be useful for class 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 also. Before starting, I would like to share importance of sentence in English grammar. Importance of sentence in English grammar. Actually, sentence provides us a framework for the clear written expression of our ideas. What a sentence do in our English grammar? It provides us a framework in written expression of our ideas. Because the main aim of writing is always to write in complete sentence which are correctly punctuated. So, dear students, here we will discuss about sentence. So, today, first thing which we are going to discuss is what is a sentence. What is a sentence? After that, we will know the parts of sentence, then subject, predicate, parts of predicate, that is verb and complements. Verb and complements. So, see the slides. The first question is, what is a sentence? What is a sentence? Try to understand. A systematically arranged group of words that makes complete sense and ends in a punctuation mark is termed as a sentence. Very simple. Means a group of words which gives us message, which tells us a statement, which gives us a meaningful, sensible statement, sensible message. That very type of group of word is called a sentence. One thing we should keep in mind about sentence, that a sentence starts with a capital letter. A sentence starts with a capital letter and ends in a punctuation mark. Punctuation mark may be full stop, it may be question mark, it may be exclamation, etc. In simple word, a sentence is a set of words that is complete in itself. Very easy definition it is. What is a sentence? A sentence is a set of words, group of words that is complete in itself. It means it gives us a complete meaning. It gives us a complete meaning. Let us see some example. The first one is, humanity is my only religion. Humanity is my only religion. It gives a correct statement, a meaningful statement. What? That humanity is only religion. Humanity is my only religion. हम मेरा जो धर्म है सिर्फ ह्यूमैनिटी. Let us see the next example. She has no patience. She has no patience. Anyone can guess the meaning of this sentence. She has no patience means उसके पास धैर्य नहीं है. Gives us a meaningful sentence statement. That's why it is a sentence. Now next, honeybees collect honey in their hives. Honeybees, you know honeybees collect honey in their hives. Honeybee अपने hives में, अपने hive में honey को collect करता है. From where we obtain from hives. Next sentence, I am always with you. It is very common sentence. Usually it is being said, I am always with you. I am always with you. It gives us a meaning कि मैं तुम्हारे हमेशा तुम्हारे साथ, मैं हमेशा तुम्हारे साथ. Next, kindly shut the door. Here it is requested. Kindly shut the door. What you all are observing in this sentence? It starts with capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark, that is full stop. So all these given sentences are example of a sentence. Next, in order to understand the concept of sentence better, let us examine the following group of words in the light of the definition furnished. Before, we have defined a sentence that it is a systematically arranged group of words that makes complete sense and ends in a punctuation mark is termed as a sentence. In that perception, we will try to understand some groups of words. Is it a sentence or not? Is it a sentence or not? The first example, let us try. That is, the bone and the dog picked mouth he's in. The bone and the dog picked mouth he's in. First letter is capital, ends with a punctuation marks full stop. Now what we have to search in this group of words, that is it giving a meaningful sense, or is it giving a sensible message, statement, etc. or not? The bone and the dog picked mouth is in. The group of words is not a sentence. This group of words is not a sentence. Why? Why? Starting with capital letter and ends with a punctuation. After that, why it is not a sentence? Because its words are jumbled and it doesn't give any meaning. No doubt it starts with a capital letter and ends in punctuation mark, but these words are jumbled. These words are jumbled and it doesn't give any meaning. That's why this group of words is not a sentence. Let us try another example. This is, Indian people celebrate all festivals with great fervor. With great fervor. Great fervor. Fervor means जोश, जोश के साथ. Here is this group of word as it is arranged. Indian people celebrate all festivals with great fervor. First clue starts with capital letter and ends in punctuation mark. Is it a sentence or not? Yes, it is a sentence. Yes, it is a sentence because it has a clear-cut sense. It has clear-cut sense, and the sense is conveyed by the proper arrangements of its constituent words and their ending in a full stop. This group of words gives a clear-cut sense. What? Indian people celebrate all festivals with great fervor. भारतीय लोग जो है, भारतीय जो है वो सभी फेस्टिवल्स को जोश के साथ सेलिब्रेट करते हैं. Okay, it gives us a meaningful sense. That's why it is a sentence. Next, ever have been you is land on an. Have you ever seen this type of sentence? Ever have been you island on an. Is it a sentence or not? Let us see. Though the punctuation mark, question mark, at the end which indicates that it should be a question. Last में क्या है? Question mark. What does it indicate? It indicates that this group of word may be a question, but the improper arrangement of the words makes it meaningless. Hence it is not a sentence. As we know from earlier classes, question sentences, there are two types of questions. It may be, one is interrogative type of question. In that type of question, it starts with a helping verb. What we find here, ever, have, been. It doesn't start with helping verb. That's why improper arrangement of words. If we try to understand this group of words as question, then generally it starts with WH words. But in this group of words, there is no WH words. WH words, what, when, why, where, etc. Hence, it is not a sentence. Some more examples we will try to understand, is it a sentence or not. Now see the group of word. Must discussion out, not you interrupt. Must discussion out, not you interrupt. It doesn't give any meaning. Now see, try to understand. No, it is not a sentence. Why it is not a sentence? Because it doesn't give any meaning, as its constituents words are improperly arranged. इस जो ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड में जो सारे वर्ड्स हैं, ये प्रॉपरली अरेंज्ड नहीं है. व्हाट वी सी, इट स्टार्ट्स विथ अ helping verb must. And when, in which condition a sentence starts with a helping verb? In interrogative type of sentence and ends with question mark. There is no question mark, obviously it is not a sentence. Next example, see, am an I insane man? Am an I insane man? Am, focus on this question. Am an I insane man? Not properly arranged. Starting with helping verb and ends with a correct punctuation mark, that is the question mark. But we know that in interrogative type of sentence, it starts with helping verb followed by subject. But here it is followed by an article, and that's why it is not properly arranged. So it is not a correct sentence. Now you have to see some sentences, you have to practice some sentences, group of words, and you have to decide whether it is a correct sentence or not. Now further we are going to understand segments of the sentence. Means parts of the sentence. As we know that a sentence is a group of words. More than 2 words are there. All these words have divided into some parts of a sentence. Basically, group of words is divided into 2 groups. Sentence is divided into 2 groups. One is subject and other is predicate. One is subject and other is predicate. Further, predicate is divided into verb and complement. Verb and complement. Once again I am repeating over here. Parts of the sentences means there is a group of words. There is a group of words. More than 2 words are there. That's why these words are divided into some separate parts of a sentence. A sentence is divided into 2 parts. One is subject and rest of the subject is predicate. Further, predicate is divided into verb and complement. Let us try to understand subject. What is a subject? A word or a phrase in a sentence. A word or a phrase in a sentence which describes or refers to the remaining part of the sentence is termed as the subject. Termed as the subject means किसी भी सेंटेंस का वो पोर्शन, वो हिस्सा, वो ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड, और इट मे बी समटाइम मोर देन वन वर्ड और समटाइम सिंगल वर्ड, वो वर्ड या वो ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड जिसके बारे में उस सेंटेंस में कहा जाता है, रेफर किया जाता है, अकर्स होता है, तो वो उस सेंटेंस का सब्जेक्ट कहलाता, वो उस सेंटेंस का सब्जेक्ट कहलाता. ओके, वन एग्जाम्पल, राम इज गोइंग टू मार्केट. राम इज गोइंग टू market. Who is going to market? Ram. That's why who will be the subject of this sentence? Ram will be the subject of this sentence. In other words, the subject is sometimes called the naming part of a sentence or clause. Naming part of a sentence or clause. The subject usually appears before the predicate to show A. what the sentence is about, or B. who or what performs the action. As shown below, the subject is commonly a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase. Attention please. What is subject? Subject is sometimes called the naming part of the sentence. Sometimes what we call the subject, naming part of a sentence or clause. It appears before the predicate. It appears before the predicate. Usually sentence is divided into 2 parts. One is subject and other is predicate. The rest group of words except subject comes under predicate. Okay, and predicate to show what is the sentence is about. Sentence किसके बारे में. Who or what performs the action. Sentence में यदि कुछ एक्शन हो रहा है, verb, तो कौन कर रहा है, क्या कर रहा है, that may comes under subject. What may be subject? Subject may be noun, subject may be pronoun, sometimes of group of words, sometimes group of words. That will be noun phrase. That will be noun phrase. Okay, what will be the subject? Noun, pronoun, or noun phrase. Next, now clear it with the help of examples. Clear it with the help of examples. See the sentence. The TTE asked for our tickets. The TTE asked for our tickets. TT ने हम लोगों के लिए, हम लोगों से क्या कहा, टिकट मांगा. What do you see? Who asked for our tickets? TT. That's why the TT will be the subject of this sentence. The black and bold underlined words of this sentence comes under subject, and rest in blue part, asked for our tickets, comes under predicate. Next example, honeybees collect honey in their hives. Honeybees collect honey in their hives. Honeybee कहाँ पे अपना हनी कलेक्ट करता है? हाइव्स में. हु कलेक्ट हनी इन देयर हाइव्स? कौन? हु? honeybees. That's why honeybees here will be the subject of the sentence. Next, see one more example. I am always at your service. मैं हमेशा आपकी सेवा के लिए. Who is always at your service? I. That's why I will be the subject of the sentence. Yes, to recognize a subject in a group of words or in a sentence, asks yourself who, what, okay. Regarding the rest words of the subject, you will find what will be the subject of the sentence. Okay, let us see the next example. She has no patience. Who has no patience? She has no patience. That's why she will be the subject of this sentence. Next, the severely injured man. The severely injured man was shifted to the ICU of the hospital. The severely injured man. This is the noun phrase. This is the noun phrase. More than one word. That's why it comes under phrase. And the severely injured man, it's a noun phrase, was shifted to the ICU of the hospital. Who was shifted to the ICU of the hospital? Severely injured man. That's why the severely injured man will be the subject of this sentence. Next, one more example is here. Susie and her friends made a plan to go to picnic. Who made a plan to go to the picnic? Susie and her friends. That's why Susie and her friends will be the subject of this sentence. Now it is time to understand or keep in mind regarding subject. The first one, the subject satisfies the question starting with who or what. I told earlier, if you want to find subject of a particular sentence, then ask yourself who and what. Who and what. You will get the answer, you will get the subject. The next point, a noun or pronoun can be used as the subject in a sentence. What? You know parts of a speech, noun or pronoun. So a noun or pronoun can be used as the subject in a sentence. Okay, noun या प्रोनाउन ही किसी सेंटेंस का सब्जेक्ट हो सकता है. नेक्स्ट, द सब्जेक्ट कैन बी अ वर्ड, फ्रेज और क्लाउज. सब्जेक्ट वर्ड भी हो सकता है, फ्रेज भी हो सकता है, क्लाउज भी हो सकता है. ये जरूरी नहीं है कि हमेशा एक ही वर्ड सब्जेक्ट होगा. समटाइम्स मोर देन वन वर्ड भी सब्जेक्ट होता है. लाइक अर्लियर वी सॉ the injured man, the severely injured man, more than one word. That's why sometimes a word, a phrase or a clause may be the subject of a sentence. The next one, the subject occupies different places in different kinds of sentences. Subject occupies different places in different kinds of sentences. What do you find? Sometimes subject comes at the starting point, and in some sentences you will find at other places. That's why it is not necessary that subject always comes at the starting. No, subject occupies different places in different kinds of sentences. You know, in interrogative type of sentence, subject comes comes after helping verb. In interrogative type of sentence, subject comes after helping verb, and in a question type of sentence it comes after WH word. The pattern of the question type of sentence is WH words plus helping verb plus subject. In that case, it comes under at the third place. So it is not necessary that subject always occupies the starting place of a sentence. It may come at different places in different kinds of sentences. Now we will try to understand the predicate. What? The predicate, as I told you earlier, subject is divided into two parts. Sentence is divided into two parts. One is subject and one is predicate. One is subject and one is predicate. Okay, subject you have learned. Now we will focus on predicate. In simple word, the rest parts except subject comes under predicate. Let us see what is the definition of predicate. A word or a group of words. A word or a group of words that says something about the subject is termed as the predicate. A word or a group of words that says something about the subject is termed as the predicate. As in very simple words, rest part except subject comes under the predicate. In simple words, the part of sentence other than the subject is called the predicate. It may be a word or group of words. It also, like subject, it also may be a word or group of words. Now see some examples. Let us see some examples. My friend Aslam plays the drums in an orchestra. My friend Aslam plays the drums in an orchestra. Who plays the drums in an orchestra? My friend Aslam. My friend Aslam. That's why my friend Aslam in blue color text. My friend Aslam plays the drums in an orchestra. That's why who will be the subject? My friend Aslam. That's why the rest words plays the drums in an orchestra comes under predicate. Are you getting it? Next sentence. The child cried widely for milk. The child cried widely for milk. Who cried? कौन milk के लिए रो रहा? Child. That's why the child will be the subject and the rest cried widely for milk will be the predicate. Let us see the next example. The businessman made a huge profit. Who made a huge profit? कौन बहुत ज़्यादा मुनाफा कमाया? Businessman. That's why man will be the subject and the rest word like made a huge profit. Made a huge profit will be the predicate. Now next example. It is not possible to fulfill unending desire. It is not possible to fulfill unending desire. ऐसा संभव नहीं है कि जो ऐसा डिज़ायर को पूरा कर पाना जो कभी ख़त्म ही ना हो, कभी समाप्त ही ना हो. अनएंडिंग डिज़ायर, ये संभव नहीं है. व्हाट इज नॉट पॉसिबल? इट, ऐसा कर पाना. इट इज़ नॉट possible to fulfill unending desire. Like there are some subjects which we add to make a complete sentence, because it must be to becoming a sentence, it must be a subject and it must be a verb. It must be a subject and it must be a verb. Without subject or without verb, we can't say a group of words as a sentence. That's why we need sometimes to add a subject into a sentence. One more example we'll try. I am trying to make you understand that Suppose someone asks you how many days are there in a week. How many days in a week? In a week, what you say? There is 7 days in a week. There is a 7 days in a week. Here, there, you add by yourself. So there is some sentences in which we add a subject. Same way, it is not possible to fulfill unending desire. It here is a subject, and is not possible to fulfill unending desire is predicate. Let us see the next example. The sea storm Helen. It's the name of sea storm. Helen is the name of sea storm. The sea storm Helen hit the coastal region. Hit the coastal region. हेलन जो सी स्टॉर्म है वो किसको हिट किया? कोस्टल रीजन को हिट किया. किसको हिट किया? कोस्टल रीजन को हिट किया. ओके. फर्दर, predicate is divided into two parts. First one is verb and next complements. Okay. Verb is the part of the predicate. Verb is the part of the predicate that tells of some action, activity, process, etc. pertaining to the subject of the sentence. Verb subject के action को, activity, वो word, वैसे word जो subject के action को, activity को, process को, etc. को जो show करता है, इसे words को हम verb बोलते हैं. As we know, one part is subject and rest part is verb. Sorry, rest part is predicate, and that's why verbs comes under predicate. Next is complement. Next is complement. Now sentence is divided into three parts. One part subject, one part verb, and rest is the part of complement. Rest part is complement. The part of the predicate excluding the verb is called the complement. As we divide subject into two parts, sentence into two parts, subject and predicate. Similarly, predicate is divided into two parts, verb and complement. Means the part of the predicate excluding the verb is called the complement. Means rest words except verb is called complement. It may be object, it may be place, it may be time, it may be reason, it may be manner, etc. See some examples. The police inspector was not honest. Who was not honest? The police inspector. That's why the police inspector is a subject, and was is a helping verb here. Was is a verb, and rest not honest is complement. Next, Susie made a plan to go out to a picnic. Susie made a plan to go to on a picnic. Susie is a subject, made verb, and rest a plan to go to on a picnic is complement. Next, humanity is my only religion. Humanity is the subject, as we know earlier. Is my only reason is the predicate, and the predicate further is divided into two parts. It is the verb, and my only religion is the complement. In this way, dear students, today we have discussed what is a sentence, what is subject, what is predicate, parts of predicate. Later on in the next video, we will discuss about the components of a sentence and the different types of a sentence. So, take care. Have a nice day. Thanks.